Fake medicines, counterfeit medicines and falsified medicines are different terms for effectively the same public health issue. And falsified medicines are a serious public health issue because the medicines are produced in unhygienic and unlicensed conditions and can result in the medicines having no active ingredient, too much of the active ingredient, or in fact too little of the active ingredient. And all of these present a serious health issue. It's a global health issue which requires a collective global response. The aims of our new strategy are very clear. It is to reduce the risk of patients and consumers obtaining falsified medical products whilst increasing the risks to those willing to engage in this illegal activity. There are three key themes to the new falsified medical product strategy: prevention, incident management and investigation. Prevention is about protecting the legal supply chain, and this is largely being done through the new EU Falsified Medicines Directive. Incident management is about the MHRA reacting quickly to an incident to make sure that products are recalled from the market to protect patients. And investigation is about us thoroughly investigating any incident to make sure that we bring to justice those who are engaged in this illegal activity. Thanks to the efforts of stakeholders here in the UK and abroad and working together with them, we believe that the last strategy was successful. Three key examples I can give of that are: marked reduction in known incidents of falsified medical products which have penetrated the regulated UK supply chain. Since the launch of the last strategy, there's been just one incident where falsified medicines have had to be recalled from the UK market, and that was in 2009. Our counterfeit hotline has received an increase in calls from members of the public as well as pharmacists and wholesalers, which reflects that vigilance is being maintained. To illustrate an example of the success we've had in tackling the legitimate supply chain, I'll talk about Operation Singapore, and to give an example of how we've successfully tackled the illegal supply chain, particularly the internet, I'll talk about Operation Pangaea, and you'll see examples of both types of medicines from our evidence store a little bit later. Operation Singapore was the largest penetration of life-saving fake medicines, which led to 4 patient-level recalls of 7 batches of medicines in 2007. These were to treat prostate cancer, heart disease and schizophrenia. Following a 3-year thorough investigation by the MHRA Enforcement Group, we successfully prosecuted a UK individual who was sentenced to 8 years imprisonment. Operation Pangaea is an Internet Week of Action which started as a UK initiative in 2008. The aim of the operation is to tackle the illegal online supply of medicines through raising public awareness, to tackle the demand, and enforcement activity to tackle the supply. In 2008, 9 countries participated on a single day of such activity. Last year, over 80 countries engaged in an international week of action, which resulted in 13,500 websites being taken down and the seizure of 2.6 million doses of medicines which were being supplied illegally. The UK contribution to this operation was the takedown of over 12,500 of those websites, with the Metropolitan Police Central E-Crime Unit, and the seizure of 1.5 million doses of medicines with the UK Border Agency.
Okay, well, we're here in the MHRA Seized Evidence Store in central London. This is where we keep all of the evidential material. These are all products and documentation that we've seized around the country. We've got several stores like this dotted all over the UK, and here we keep the material that we ultimately use for court and then hopefully ultimately lock up the bad guys with. Operation Pangaea 4 was the targeting of fake, falsified, counterfeit and substandard medicines available on the internet. We seized tons of products coming into the UK through the UK Postal Hub with the assistance of the UK Border Agency. The type of stuff that we will be seizing, this is the sort of thing that comes through. If you go online, tap in the product that you want, put your credit card details in, specify the products that you want, 9 times out of 10 this is the sort of thing that you'll end up with, and this is how it will come. There'll be no packaging, no patient information leaflet, no instructions. It will arrive as tablets or blisters, and quite often it will be a substituted copy version of the product you actually ordered. If you think you've ordered Viagra, you'll end up with some Indian generic, a name of which you've never heard of. Operation Singapore was a case started in 2007 where we discovered counterfeit versions of licensed trademark products, and these are life-saving products for the treatment of prostate cancer, treatment of heart disease and the treatment of bipolar disorder. These are actually found in pharmacies in the UK. Over 35,000 packs actually made it to patient level, but we seized about 72,000 packs in total. This resulted in the imprisonment of the ringleader, for want of a better word, who got 8 years for this. Our final message to anybody who's engaged in illegal, counterfeit, falsified and fake medicines is that we will use all the methods and resources at our disposal to bring you to justice, and that will include stripping you of your ill-gotten gains through the courts and taking the money off you. A case that came up today, we've just taken 14.4 million off of one individual. If he doesn't pay that up, he'll go to jail for another 10 years.
It is thanks to all the stakeholders engaged in the UK who are helping us to tackle this serious issue of falsified medical products that we've had as much success as we have. That said, we cannot afford to be complacent in trying to tackle this issue, and we are therefore launching a new falsified medical product strategy to reflect our continued commitment to this and to protect members of the public and patients from obtaining falsified medicines in the UK. You can find out more about the new falsified medical product strategy, the dangers of buying medicines online and other related information by visiting the MHRA website.